Hello everyone, my name is Maciej Salamoński and I am a Business Development Manager at NACVIEW. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time and join us today to learn more about NACVIEW. NACVIEW is a network access control solution based on 802.1x standard. In my presentation, I give you a short view of how NACVIEW can make your company safer and your IT administrator work simpler. Before about a solution, just 2 words about our company. We are a Polish programming company from Poznań, and one of our products is NACVIEW Network Access Control Solution. The company was founded in 2012, and we started selling the system shortly after. Our clients include companies from many industries: education, colleges, universities, higher schools, healthcare, hospitals and medical centers, government, parliament, ministry, and many offices. Also big manufacturing companies which sell their products all over Europe. We have big plans for the development of our system: machine learning, artificial intelligence, and more. Nowadays, companies don't have to worry only about desktop and laptops, but also take a large number of IoT devices into account. It is predicted that it will be over 46 billion IoT devices in 2021. And the number of people working from home will increase by 20%. Also, 75% employees are mobile workers today. Therefore, proper securing of access to the network is as important as never before. So why multi-factor authentication is so popular these days can really secure down your network as well. To provide great security, you have to know what device connected to the network from profiling. It is Windows, or it is MacBook, or a laptop, or a mobile phone, or IP camera, weather sensor, or some medical equipment. To get grasp of what's plugging into your network as well as connecting wirelessly to your network. Not only knowing, but also getting identity-based who is connecting behind that device. When we know who is behind those devices, we can configure the policies properly. We can easily set on what terms a user or a device will be granted access and to what network resources. It can easily be defined for a finance department employee to have access to resources other than a marketing or a logistic employee and indicate the times interval which such access may be granted. We can use built-in database that stores data about users or integrate with existing database that many companies already use. Access based on identity is so important that you can have granular control of the device that's being plugged in and the users behind it, and what level of access should that user or a device have to your network. What is also important, doesn't matter whether the user is in his office or in the headquarters or he works via VPN from home. He always gets access to the right resources, the right VLANs or network segment he is entitled. But before the manager is making policy decision, we need to understand what's in your network. So one of a key feature is endpoint profiling. NACVIEW detects any device. It could be a computer, mobile phone, printer, switch, sensors, cameras, UPSs. If we know what device it is, we can make policy decision how we treat that device on the network. There is several different ways of how we get this information. We can use DHCP fingerprinting, TCP, Nmap, SNMP, and more. This is a very important feature of NACVIEW because a lot of companies don't even know what they have inside their networks. If you want more information about your end devices, such as laptops and computers, we have an expandable application called Scout, where this can do a health check. So it is agent installation on a system, and what it's going to do, we could set up policies to check is your antivirus software enabled, is the firewall enabled, to drive the Windows latest updates or certain patch and more. So if a potentially dangerous device is detected or it detects a violation, I put you into quarantine aspect, which would give you just enough access to the network to remediate yourself. So maybe that's going Windows updates or enabling your firewall. You can make sure that we are compliant for getting onto the network. Another great application we offer is NACVIEW Assistant, which make IT administrator job easier and make employee access to network seamlessly. It's an application that automatically configures the network on the end device, easily, quickly, securely, and you don't need IT department help. NACVIEW Authenticator is another our application that comes at the price of the license at no extra cost. It allows you to generate one-time password for logging into the network, and above all, it can act as a second authentication factor for a VPN connection. We have integrations with many popular VPN solutions. This is very desirable and often used by our clients' application. With the growing IT industry, a lot of BYOD or bring your own device are coming in, and people wanting access, so companies should use policies of what those devices should access to. NACVIEW provides simple and intuitive way to register private devices in the corporate network. We can also do health checks by integration with MDM, well-known system to being able to secure the device on the network. We support natively a lot of your top brands. We can pull off the information out of the product into NACVIEW. So, when the device authenticates, we know the serial number, we know who owns that device. Another very common one is its compromise. So, that MDM solution can tell if it's been jailbroken. If detect that it's jailbroken, we can set up a policy to not grant access or force remediation. The third-party integration is also a big key, as a device connecting to the network touches a lot of different products. So NACVIEW can communicate to controllers, to your firewall, to your antivirus or other systems. You can get more proactive into communication, and thanks to automation, you can act immediately by disconnecting potentially dangerous devices from the network. Many companies dealing with a lot of devices, but also many companies might not only have one location, but multiple. It is scalability, how easily we can put a solution in a place like headquarters, and when the company growing, not to re-architecture, but add easily another node. So, we offer distributed environment as well as high availability in every single license we offer, at no additional cost. We sell NACVIEW as a hardware appliance or a virtual. Of course, virtual is a most common type of deployment. If you are not a VMware or Hyperfile shop, you can prepare the installation for any virtual solution, or certainly we have a hardware appliance to handle. So, very scalable solution, we can set up as many nodes as we need in many different locations. Another big thing that NACVIEW has to offer is the guest captive portal. There is a web server built in the NACVIEW, and we are able to collect information based on this captive portal then tied to the users. So, we don't only have information about the MAC address, but also detailed information about each person using our network. It is very customizable and mobile friendly. You have a lot of options to choose. For example, self-registration with notification via SMS or email, registration via social portals, for example Facebook or Google, and sponsor guest access. It works the way that the guest put in the name or an email address of an employee, and the employee approves him to be on the network. The whole idea behind sponsored guest access is holding somebody accountable for why the users are there. So anybody who is close to your Wi-Fi can connect and just get onto your network. To provide guest access, you can also use tenable accounts and handle how long the account is active for. What the NACVIEW system consists of? Of course, at its core it's a Radius and TACAS server. So, as I mentioned before, from a Radius standpoint, we can do all of your wired and wireless authentication to it, and also handle TACAS. So, we can set up NACVIEW to any of your logins, to any of your controllers, any switching, anything that supports the Radius and TACAS protocol. Simply, we can point this product at it. It is multi-vendor, but also one identity solution. So we can have information about all of your users and devices in one place, irregardless where those devices and identities come from. It can be Active Directory, it can be any external database you have. We support multi-Active Directory as well. So if you have multi-domain environment, we are for you. Keeping every record in one place gives you a clear view and makes IT administrator work easy. We can also use built-in NACVIEW certification authority. We can use AP Administration Management Module to provide DHCP and DNS server. We can monitor via SNMP and manage network devices. It works also as a log server, so you can filter or detect specific logs automatically to simplify troubleshooting. As you can see, NACVIEW is an authentication server, but it also does a lot more. It's really the central point. The communication to your switching, to your wireless controller, to your third-party integration, to external databases, also MDM integration, captive portal, log server, IoT control, network monitoring, and much more. NACVIEW is a multi-vendor product you can easily integrate into what you have and adopt to your environment. We handle a lot on the screen. We have some examples on integration, but we have it a lot of more. A highly scalable solution. From the clustering capability, you don't have to re-architecture anything. Single platform will give you a clear visibility of all your devices, users, and locations. So, NACVIEW is a really central point, and all of this stuff you have in the basic right of the license. You don't have to buy additional license or boxes. There is a lot of more interesting information about NACVIEW and what NACVIEW can do in your network. If you are interested, we can demonstrate you more. Just visit our website and order a presentation. You can also check demo online on your own. And what is unique, you can download a free license and use it in your environment. It's a fully licensed for a limited number of devices, which includes all available functionalities. If you are interested in the news, then I encourage you to follow our social media. Thank you very much for your attention, and if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out in any way that you would like.